Hey there, my name is Greg Zeschuk. I am from the Beer Diaries. You may know this show as the Beer Diaries Talks Beer. Today's beer, Lagunitas Pils. We have a bevy of guests today. Of course, Brady's back with us. He's worked with the Beer Diaries. We have a few other folks. We got Nick. We got Luke. So, hey guys, how are you?
Hey guys.
Good.
All is well.
Cool. So obviously, this is now our biggest hangout ever. So it's going to really start testing my hangout management skills. But we're starting today with an American version of a Czech Pilsner. So obviously, we had the very first beer we had was Budvar Czechvar, and that's a pure Czech Pilsner. So it's going to be a little interesting trying this one out. This one's from Lagunitas, originally from Lagunitas, California, but Petaluma now. And the brewery has actually been around a long time. 1993, started by Tony McGee. So it is a very, very well-known brewery. They do a ton of beer. So I think Nick, you couldn't get it, but you've got beer. What did you have? What's your poison?
I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'll just show it.
Oh, it's a Franziskaner Weissbier.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a tasty one. So one thing we ask folks at the beginning of the show, making sure that you're aware, it's okay to use your image for the show. If you stay on, we get the right to use it. We'll make sure you guys are cool with that.
Absolutely.
All right, Luke, you're good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, we've gone through this a number of times. I'll just go really quickly on the whole tasting concept. Like I said, check the bottle. I didn't see a best before on my bottles. I'm not sure if you guys saw any leap of faith, but I think this sells pretty fast. You guys see anything?
No.
No. So we're gonna pour it in a sec. So remember, first thing right after we pour, take a big sniff. This particular beer, usually a taller glass, but you can use a pint glass if that's what you got. But a taller glass is nice. Make sure you get a good head on it. Pour it in there. Take a sniff, and then once you got it in there, after that first sniff, then really just inspect it and take a good look at it. Once you've looked at it a bit, then we actually sniff it again, taste it, think about how it tastes, think about how it feels on your tongue, and then we'll talk about it. We'll kind of step through and hang out through that entire process, and go from there. So, cool. You guys ready to start your engines?
Ready.
Indeed.
Right. Brady, did you cheat again, or are you in sync this time?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were already doing it.
Oh, he did it again!
It's okay.
Nick,
My big
Nick of course, can do his beer already because he's going to drink a different one, but he is here sharing the time with us, which is always appreciated. So, hope you've already started your beer, sir.
Oh, yes. I'm a couple down.
Excellent. So, like I said, you want to make sure you get a little bit of a head on it.
A little bit?
A jolly size. Once again, I've kind of gone pretty big, but I got the sunlight beaming through once again. And take that first sniff. Make sure you take a little bit of a really early couple wafts of it. So, anything particular? Luke, what do you think? Anything jumps out at you when you smell it?
I'm getting a little bit of citrus.
Anything else? I get a little bit of bread. Kind of, again, we talked about that breadiness.
Yeah.
Yes, Brady, what do you think? Is that same as
Definitely the sweet side. It's almost like candy floss. It's breadiness, but it's sugary almost.
Definitely sweet, yeah, and nice. I mean, again, I think all of us have these killer heads on it, and I think Nick, if you poured out that Weiss beer, you would have seen these usually a really jolly, very big head on them as well. That's a real tradition, and I mean, a lot of the German beers are that way. A lot of protein in there to actually help build that head up. We have 3 viewers. We are killing it today. This is the largest ever. So keep on going, folks. So take a little look at it. I mean, obviously the head is massive. You guys, I mean, same thing, cakey, big. Look at that, killer.
Yeah, puffy, it's like meringue almost.
Luke, how's yours turn out?
Very nice, yeah.
Very nice for everyone. So obviously now we get into the re-smell. Let's take a little. What do you think? Anything different?
Still sweet, but citrusy for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of floral on this one. I think I checked online. It's made traditional Czech Saz hops. They import them. Also, really, they talked online a little bit about how they have a 6-week cold maturation. We expect that with a lager, but that's a real long long time to mature, which is great. Gives us that nice clarity. And again, you'll see this one's nice, beautiful golden, like real natural golden color. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that too, but you got some light. Really, I guess I love beer. I always talk about how cool they look, but
I get that.
And the head, you can see the head's kind of collapsing into itself and still kind of hanging on the side. It's really
it doesn't sink away. It kind of, you're right, it implodes almost.
Yeah, it's cool, eh? So I think now is the time to start your engines. Nick, I think you have to have a sympathetic swig with us too. Obviously, you got to all take a little swig here. Yeah, these are all just so refreshing. What's your guys' first thoughts on the taste on this beer? Not
as sweet, but more biscuity. A little bit of more kind of a lemon citrus character.
Yeah, a bit spicy too. I get a little bit of spiciness, which is nice. It's a nice.
It's kind of almost peppery, but not quite. Kind of a metallic edge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think, Luke? What are you getting?
Just pretty much the same. What Brady said.
Have you had Pilsners before? Is a style you're familiar with?
I actually have not had a lot of Pilsners. This might be my first craft brewed Pilsner.
Yeah. What do you think? Is it kind of what you expected? I mean, you may have seen the other episodes. What are your thoughts from tasting it now, feeling it? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely it's nice and dry, refreshing.
Yeah.
It's really drinkable.
Yeah, it's a nice body to it too. I think moving from the flavor, obviously finish it with some biscuits and breadiness and some nice spicy hops midway, but still a pretty good body. It's not like a thin beer. I think we found that yesterday with the Bitburger as well. It had some weight to it. Are you finding that too, Brady?
Yeah, it's quite hefty for sure. The sweetness is more just fruity now. Yeah, but it's definitely drying. The alcohol kind of tugs at it, and the dryness is definitely coming through. Mm.
Yeah, this is one of those really dangerous beers where it's really hard to have just one. It's one of those difficult ones. I know Nick with the Hefeweizens. I mean, that's the same thing. Like, I think these German beers are. I mean, you got to remember, like when you go for a traditional German beer, they give you, or a Czech beer for that matter. I mean, it's expected you're going to be like going for it. You're expected to have more than one. I think they make them that way. The Czech Pils, sometimes a little darker. This one's still, I think it's still not on the lighter side, but definitely a solid golden color.
It's a little bit kind of muddled looking. It's not perfectly clear. It's like kind of glassy. I know you're looking through a pint glass. I get that, but it's more so than that.
Yeah, mine's pretty clear, but I have a little less. I mean, again, that thin glass gives you that little edge, a little less to it. But I mean, still, really, I mean, I'm still amazed. Like you see, the head is still sitting on this thing. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, retention is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's real nice. I mean, again, it finishes. This is one of those beers that just sort of screams summer. I'm not sure what the weather's like in Nebraska or Virginia, but it's probably warmer than here. So I think you guys are in the zone of being able to sit outside and have one of these. I hope.
Not quite yet.
But,
You're not quite there yet.
We're in the 30s, 40s.
Well, that's chilly, man.
Just like us.
Yeah, not that much different. Not too much else. I mean, if you guys are familiar with Lagunitas, I mean, they have real. It's interesting. They've been expanding like crazy. One of the things also very interesting about the brewery, they make a ton of beers. I mean, they do a great IPA, and they do a pale ale called New Dogtown, I believe it's called, which is real delicious. And they do a ton of really crazy seasonals. They all have really funny names like Wicklow Tango Foxtrot, which of course stands for something else. They are a really, really awesome brewery, and I think they've been expanding. I read online again that they're going from 600,000 up to 600,000 barrels in their local California location, and there's some announcements of them actually also opening a very large Chicago location. So that's one trend you're possibly seeing in craft beer is folks going across the country with their craft, opening other facilities to meet demand, because demand is so high for their beers. And I see why, because this is pretty delicious.
Oh, that's definitely one of the. I know about in Canada it's not so cheap, but I've seen it all through the Western United States. I can't believe how inexpensive this stuff is when you go into a grocery store and see it lined up with all that other Sierra Nevada and all that other stuff. It's got a good rep for quality and price competitive, I guess. sort of thing. But up here it still costs as much as any other import. But
yeah. So Luke, would you have this again? Is this something that would be in your wheelhouse, or do you like other styles of beer?
Yeah, I would definitely get this again. It's a nice everyday beer.
Yeah, no, it really is. And Nick, it's a shame you couldn't find it there, because you'd find it probably pretty tasty. But what we're gonna we can try and scope something that's gonna be in your neck of the woods, so that when we join, we'll think of some good East Coast beers. I mean, Victory is of course one of the ones that's probably pretty broadly available off the top of my head. Youngling, a few others. I mean, there's some big guys, and there's also a lot of locals, obviously. But we will also try and get broadly available beers. So I don't know, Brady, you said yesterday that you didn't think that the Americans or Canadians could compete with the Czechs and the Germans. Do you still believe that after having this beer?
I meant in the most broadly available offerings, like the stuff you buy in the sports stadium. You cannot buy this in most sports stadiums or anything like it. That was kind of what I was getting at. Yes, there's plenty of. I think actually the American brewers do a better job, but we're not talking broadly available brewers. I mean, Lagunitas is bigger, obviously, so is Sierra Nevada and Dogfish Head even. But yeah, Bitburger and Czechvar are available everywhere. Whereas these discs.
Yeah, no, I was trying to put you on the spot there, Brady. It seems like I was slightly effective. Kind of.
Sorry?
I was trying to put you on the spot.
Sure, no problem.
Actually, I forgot Dogfish Head. That's a great East Coast beer that I imagine is probably very available for Nick there. I think we could try and go that way one of these days for sure. So
yeah.
That's about it. I mean, these don't have to be super long, and I mean, I really appreciate. It's been awesome. We have 5 viewers. Sorry, I have to lean forward to see this because the sun is in my eyes. So we have hit the largest hangout ever in my experience. There's probably bigger ones out there, but the largest we've ever done. This is a really, awesome experience. It's great. Sort of, you never know who's going to show up, and it's been great to have you guys here. And I appreciate again you, Nick, coming. Even though you don't have the beer, but you're having a beer with us, and that's kind of the idea behind this.
Cool.
So good.
Got to get some Flying Dog.
That's another one. Yeah, I actually get that in Austin a lot. That's one of my. Actually, the guy who head brewer at Austin Beer Works used to work at Flying Dog as well. So they make some great beers.
Flying Dog did the whole migrate east thing. They used to be in Denver, and we got them all the time here. Then we went to Maryland. No more love for Canada for Flying Dog. So
oh really?
We get that here.
I can see we'll get some from the States somehow.
That's good.
And then, Luke, do you have any favorite locals that you like particularly? Anything in your neck of the woods that you like as far as local craft beers?
There's a new brewery that just opened up recently called Zipline, and they have a tap room, which is really nice.
Cool.
They have an alt, which I'd never seen before, so I was really excited to try that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, alts are really lovely beers. I mean, they're that bittersweet kind of dark beer, but it's funny because they're kind of like half ale, half lager in a sense. They're actually a darker beer. And then they mature them. Like often they make them initially in a top fermenting. Some do. Then they always cold ferment them for that really clean kind of finish. So really awesome beers. Actually, yeah, they're one of my favorite styles too.
Yeah, I just saw that episode in Austin where they had Alton cans. That was neat to see.
That's a good beer. We'll try and figure out how to get some about Canada. But gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the show. 6 viewers. I mean, this is getting to the point of network television, at least on the extended cable channels, I think.
PBS.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out. But yeah, this has been great. I think it was Brady. You had introduced us to the Nazdroví kind of finish because the drinking salutation, what they say in the Czech Republic, which of course.
Yeah, this is California. What do they say in California?
Cheers.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's Czech style, though. Honestly, I mean, I think Czech style needs a Czech style salutation, so I think we're going to go that way. So once again, really awesome seeing you guys, and Nick, great meeting you again. I mean, we spoke on the phone before, but first time in person. Love to have you back again, and Luke, you too. We're going to make sure we're going to go East Coast. I think I'll try and figure out what we can pull off in that way. Brady also will have some ideas too. He's a beer wizard of what's available here locally, and I'll be traveling around a bit doing some of these shows from elsewhere. So really great, guys. I think time to say thank you. Signing off.
Nazdroví.
Nazdroví.
Yeah. Good health. Cheers to your future
Not through the year. All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you, viewers. I mean, we'll be doing more of these, so I'm going to get that shadow off my face. I need a director here to make sure I don't do dumb stuff. But it's been awesome. Thank you.
Cheers, guys, and everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers. And that's it.